Alright, so I'm going to show how to open up and disassemble this HP laptop model, let's see here, 13-4193NR. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is remove all the screws from the bottom. These are T5 or Torx 5 screws. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove them. You want to keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that, I put the flat side down like this on my desk in the pattern I remove it. Right, so we're going to go ahead and put them in this rectangular pattern or upside down U since there's no screws down in the middle here. Alright, so 4 along the top. The 2 cornermost screws are actually longer, so keep that in mind if you do happen to mix them up. Alright, again, if you do mix them up and you put the wrong screws in the wrong spot, you can damage the computer, so be very careful with that. Okay, so right now this computer isn't starting up, it just goes to a black screen. At one point it was showing a hard drive issue, so hopefully it's just a faulty hard drive. And then we can replace the hard drive and then do a clean install of Windows and it should be okay. So the way we'll find that out is we'll actually remove the SSD and then power it up and see if it goes straight to the BIOS. If this video helps you, make sure to like and subscribe so that others can find my videos. Alright, if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing to the channel so I can continue making these videos for a living. These are customers' computers. Alright, so I'm using a suction cup right now. Alright, so I don't own these computers, so I don't really run experiments or anything on them. Okay, so this part of the cover doesn't want to come up. So we're going to have to go from this side. But this side has some little clips that go underneath here, most likely. So let's see here. So we're going to have to try and pull this cover out while we lift it. I think the easiest way might actually be from the center so that it bows up the cover. Yep, okay. Just like that. So when you pull up from the middle, it bows up the cover like this, which shortens this so that these clips can come out. All right, then these little parts here, they kind of get caught too, so you kind of want to do the same thing, pull towards the middle, push down here to kind of help flex it so it pulls that inward. So here you can see it let go. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this side, push this side down while we kind of pull that up, and there we go. All right, that's the trick to opening these. All right, and then we just pop that up and there we go. There's a bit of dust inside, we'll clean that out. It doesn't look too crazy. But here we go, we got the SSD here. It is a M.2 SATA SSD. Oh no, I got a PCIe NVMe. I hope it will work. We'll find out. So let's go ahead and remove this screw. It looks like it's a PH0 or JS0. Let me check with a PH1. Yeah, that won't fit. Alright, so we'll use a PH0 or JS0 screwdriver to remove the SSD screw here. Just take that one screw out. Okay, and then we're going to lift this up slightly, and then we'll pull this back. So just wiggle and pull that back. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this cover off. The RAM most likely is soldered down to the board, judging by how thin this metal cover is. I'm just going to use my fingernail underneath here to pop it up, if I can. Let's see. Wow, this is tough to get under. Oh, there we go. Maybe from this side. I cut that fingernail too short, so there we go. I'm just going to take a quick peek underneath because most likely we can't replace it. And yeah, the RAM is soldered to the motherboard. RAM is soldered, CPU is soldered, so the only thing we can really change is the SSD. Alright, you got the battery here, PK03XL, or HP spare part number 789116-005. Alright, battery connector is right here. If you wanted to remove it, you just grab the wings and wiggle and pull it, but I'm going to leave that for now. Let's go ahead and see if we can power this up. It looks like the headphone jack is on a separate connector board there. Got keyboard connector here, keyboard backlight connector here. This is most likely the trackpad. And then you got another cable here, which I'm not too sure what that's for. But the customer is waiting outside, so I can't really go and experiment too much with this thing. All right, let's go ahead and power this up. Okay, and let's see, I see this light's on. Let's see if it's gonna power up quickly or if it's gonna stay dead. So there's the, oh, there we go. So here you can see almost immediately it gave the hard drive error here. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace the hard drive. Hopefully the M.2 SSD that I bought, because it's a NVMe, hopefully it will work. This one is a SATA SSD, so if the NVMe SSD works, then you can use either or any type of M.2 SSD in here. All right, we're going to power this back off. All right, I'm gonna have to clean the dust up on here. You got the LCD LVDS connector here. If you mess with this, make sure to disconnect the power, the battery. Open up the laptop to 90 degrees at least, and then press and hold the power button for 15 seconds. Right? You also got the DC jack or charge port here, which is kind of dumb because you have to take the entire motherboard and everything out just to remove it. But yeah. And you got this connector here. I believe that's for the speaker. And then you got another connector here for this speaker here. Yeah, so both speakers are connected separately. Sorry I didn't do any like zooming in or anything. If you want a close look, let me zoom in now, and then I'll just kind of go over and let you see. There's the wireless card there, of course. And if you wanted to remove that, it's just like every other model. All right, so we're gonna go over here, and then I'm just gonna clean the dust out of this thing. And yeah, hopefully the SSD will work because my customer drove from pretty far away. I don't want them to have to drive too far back. But anyways, all right, there we go. I'm gonna clean the dust out and I'll be back. See you guys in a bit. All right, I'm back. So we cleaned this out. All right, oops, why am I zoomed in so much? Cleaned it out. The stuff here won't really come off, so I'm just leaving that because to clean that I'd probably have to use water, and I don't want to risk doing that. So all right, let's go ahead and remove the SSD here. Again, this is a M.2 it's a M.2 SATA SSD that it came with, but when I looked online, people were saying PCIe NVMe, so hopefully this will work. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to see about getting a SATA SSD, so I'll get that. All right, let's go ahead and put the SSD in here. Just move the plastic back out of the way. Oh, let me actually zoom in to make this easier to see. Okay. All right, customer's actually waiting outside, so let me actually clean out this a little bit. Okay. Let's get the SSD in there. I mean, it fits the connector, so that's somewhat good, but that usually happens, so that's why when people ask me like what type of notch it has, to me the notch doesn't really mean anything, because it'll fit the NVMe and it'll fit the SATA just fine, but then when you go to actually install the OS or anything on it, sometimes it will complain. So we got the SSD in. Now let's go ahead and see if we can install the Windows to it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna open this thing up. I have a bootable Windows USB. All right, so what I'm gonna do, we're going to take the Windows installer USB. Let's see, oops, got the wrong one. Okay, we'll plug this in. And to boot from this, what you need to do is you have to press F9 while you're starting up. So turn on the computer and then we'll just tap F9. I just keep pressing it. Okay, just like that. For some reason, it's only giving me the option to boot from EFI file, so I don't think that's gonna do anything. Actually, let me try pressing enter twice. Oh, that's weird. Okay, let me shut this down. Let me try plugging the USB to another port. That's strange, it's not showing up. So I might have to reset the BIOS or something. Let's try it again. Okay, F9. Okay, change boot order. Come on, please work. There we go. So now it shows the SanDisk Cruiser Fit. Sorry about the glare. We'll press enter there. And then we'll select the Windows 10 64-bit. And right now we're just checking to see if this is going to detect the SSD for me to install Windows on. If it does, I'm going to close the screen and we're going to put the bottom cover back on. And I'll let the customer know that they can pick it up in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So here we go. Windows is installing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go down to the next. Install now. Okay, it's running. Alright. The camera's refresh rate makes it look like the screen's flickering, but it's not actually flickering. Here we go. Accept the terms and agreement. Next. Custom install. It does see the SSD. Next. So we should be good to go. Alright, so this actually supports NVMe SSDs as well as SATA. So that's good to know. Alright, let's go ahead and put the bottom cover back on. Okay, so to put this back on, let's see if we can put it from this side first. Most likely not, but we're going to try because then we can easily get all these little clips in. Okay, so once you get all these clips in, then we're going to see if we can clip this down. Okay, that works. So again, the way to remove this, the best way is you use a suction cup. You can also use tape if you want. So if you use tape, what you want to do is you'll put the tape like this and then in the middle meet up like this, and then you can use that as a pull tab. So if you don't have a good suction cup, you can do that as well. All right, so this is all snapped back into place. Let's go ahead and put back these screws. So we're going to put back the T5 or Torx 5 screws, and that's pretty much it. If you want to know how to create the Windows 10 USB installer, I actually have a video for that. If you go to my playlist, there's a general computer repair playlist. It's in this, it's the video where it says how to upgrade to Windows 10 from other versions of Windows. You basically use the same tool and it lets you create a bootable USB. Alright, so anyways, we're just going to put back all these screws. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, make sure to like, subscribe, and share my channel with others so that they can also learn how to upgrade, fix, or repair their computer. Alright, if it helped you save a bunch of money, again, please consider contributing to the channel. Every little bit helps and is greatly appreciated and allows me to continue putting out these videos and making them for a living. I actually do these computer repairs for a living, but as I continue to make more and more YouTube videos, actually, my business has been slowing down a bit, but YouTube has slowly been kind of taking over to replace that lost income. So anyways, last screw. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. All right, bye. Let's drop this.